we go. Iconoclasm. The social belief in the importance of the destruction of icons and other images or monuments, most frequently for religious or political reasons. Now remember, religious reasons and political reasons are the same, because none of these are real religions. They're just systems of mind control. People who engage in or support iconoclasm are called iconoclasts. Now, in this case, they were going after the Catholic. Now, I 100% endorse, not in an illegal way, please, disclaimer, don't misquote me, I don't endorse any illegal activity or arson or anything like that. I'm talking about once we have control over our societies again. This might be generations out, this might be in another lifetime. But my dream is that in a legal and controlled way, with the will of the people, those cathedrals are coming right down. So, you know, I don't want to be contradictory here, but there's a pattern. So these people, these Anabaptists running around destroying the Catholic imagery. Who else did that? Muhammad did that. Muhammad absolutely did that. Read Catherine Nixie's The Darkening Age. Because the original Christians, before they even had any power, they were essentially the jihadis of their day. And they ran around ancient Rome doing this prior to the Muslims. Then the Muslims did the same thing. These are the same religion. Then what did you have? You had when Charlemagne went up north, and you have all these idiots in the alt-right chest beating, sharing images of these Auslanders. They were not our people. This is what you need to wrap your head around. These Christians were never our people. We have been tricked. They were foreigners. It was literally a takeover and an enslavement. That's what happened. And so when Charlemagne went up and chopped down Irminsul and chopped down Donner's Oak, and then you've got these dickheads in the alt-right gloating about it because, you pagans. They're too dumb, they're too low IQ to realize that this is the same thing. Well, number one is the Protestants who would go and do it to the Catholics, but it's also happening right now with all these liberals who are pushing Marxism, who are demanding that we tear down the statuary to our cultural heroes. So this iconoclasm is happening right now under liberal Marxism, because this is the same thing. It's the same people. It's the same tactics. They just changed the title, and all of these sheep fall for it every time. And, alright, so there was that. Redistribution of property. All property was to be held in common. These were communists, you guys. These Anabaptist Lutherans, radical Lutherans, were communists. So, alright, I don't think I read the rest of this, but I'm sure there's more here to find. I'm sure there's more. Oh, New Zion. New Zion. While we're at it, I might as well. I happened to notice something. I was like, I wonder why these people are using the imagery that they're using. Because I don't remember the winged lion as like a big part of Germanic culture. I don't remember the winged lion, because, I mean, we've talked about this in my wizard tier circle, and people have tried to argue that, of course, there were Ice Age big cats in Europe, but I'm going to argue that they weren't in recent living memory. They were extinct for like 10,000 years. So the lion as we know it, as represented here, is pretty much like a figure that comes from the African continent. And of course we know the Levant has a lot of interchange with North Africa. Egypt turns up in the Old Testament and the New Testament. And Egypt, of course, like throughout the Mediterranean and that part of the world, the royalty did always import these wild animals from the jungles of Africa. I mean, we know that. So I wondered, why are these people using this imagery when they're supposed to be Norse mythology? So I was like, who else used the winged lion? Because I've never heard of it being Norse myth, archetype, or anything like that. So I wondered who else used the winged lion. Here we go. Here's another picture. So I guess you can compare. It's a little bit hard to see. But here you go. Here's the lion with wings right here. It's exactly like what we just saw. So who else used the winged lion? The winged lion is found in various forms, especially in ancient medieval civilizations. Of course, remember, by the time things like this went up to medieval Europe, we were already occupied by foreign rulership at that point. So where did it come from? Oh, Sumeria. Sumeria? That doesn't sound European to me. Okay. Oh, the first beast in the first vision of the biblical prophet Daniel resembled a winged lion. Daniel. Old Testament Hebrew lore. Oh, okay. So it's not in Norse lore, but it is in the Old Testament Hebrew mythology. Okay. Where else was it? The winged lion was the heraldic symbol of Mark the Evangelist. Really? Oh, here we go. The Lion of Saint Mark, representing the evangelist Saint Mark. Wow, I hadn't even looked at that one before. Whoa, here we go. Let's compare. So we have, I'm like you guys. I'm one of you. I'm just really into damnation and eschatology and the end of the world and damnation. And my symbol on my website is literally the same symbol used for Saint Mark. Interesting. Now, do you see what I'm seeing? Am I imagining this? Because it looks awfully similar to me. There's something going on here, you guys. All we have to do is look, and they laugh at us because we are so easily duped and we're not looking. All we have to do is look, you guys. Maybe we need our wise ones, and wise ones with the spine and the backbone of a Reich, who has the balls to call out this shit when they see it. Because I'm not standing for this on my watch. On my tribe. Hell no. We've been through this before, and like hell am I gonna stand here silently and timid with my tail between my legs and let it happen again, when it's clear as day what these douchebags are up to. They're not who they say they are. Point blank. The Lion of St. Mark representing... Oh, wait a second. He also, we don't even know if this is his real name, but he also goes by Mark Puryear. Whoa. So Mark Puryear is using this. I didn't even know this until we were live, guys. Mark Puryear is using the symbol of Mark the Evangelist on his website. Traditionally ascribed author of the Gospel of Mark. Oh, he's another writer. Oh, here he is writing his text. I'm just writing for you guys. Here, I'm just writing the Asatru Edda. I'm just writing an Odinist Edda for you. My name's Mark. Mark the Evangelist, promoting the eschatological end of the world. By the way, you're all damned. Except damnation, guys, because damnation is coming for you. I'm gonna write a book about it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for my book. Here it comes. My trusty sidekick, the lion, by my side. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, Mark Puryear, who writes these books that twists our mythology into Christian patterns. Mark Puryear is using the lion of Mark the Evangelist on his website. Oh my god, I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. I didn't even intend on looking at that tonight, you guys. Here you go. Here you go. And here we have the timeline of the biblical Abrahamic timeline spelled right out for us. Past, hearts in the past, minds on the present, eyes on the future. Well, I'll have you know that if you read The Well and the Tree, excellent book, very hard to get your hands on it in print. There's a reason for that. It's very easy to get your hands on Mark the Evangelist. That's what we're gonna call him from now on, you guys, because we figured it out. Very easy to get your hands on his books, but The Well and the Tree is very difficult. You can, however, find it on the internet in PDF, and I hope that you do, because if you read The Well and the Tree by someone who is who they say they are and knows what they're talking about and doesn't have an ulterior motive to trick us, what you will find is that the Germanics were a past-focused culture. Our eyes were not on the future because the future doesn't exist. This is what I've been saying this whole time, for a year now, if you've been following me. The future is a mirage. It doesn't exist. The future is unrolling in real time. Now, this matters. This actually matters. And I'll tell you why it matters. Because every thought that we have dictates our actions, and our actions is how the future unrolls. This is why ideology matters. And we're going to move into the tribe now. But this is key. This is key and crucial. And this is why all these people who are saying, well, petty religious infighting, smack, no. Because this religious, quote-unquote, infighting, these religions are subversive. These ideologies are subversive. And they use these religions to drive social engineering. If it wasn't for Mark Puryear being such a jackass and slandering me behind my back, which did piss me off, but this isn't like, personal revenge. No, it's because what I found blew the lid off everything. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what I found. I found a sneaky snake in the midst. But because we had to look into Victor Rydberg, which Mark the Evangelist is promoting heavily, I happened to find out that Victor Rydberg was associated with Benjamin Kidd. And guess what Victor Rydberg and Benjamin Kidd both understood? They understood that the evolution of society and modern civilization is caused not by reason or science, but by the force of religious beliefs. So everybody acting like this religious petty infighting is stupid. I'm going to grab you by the throat and shake it into you, because I can't say this more strongly enough. Your ideology influences your thought. Your thoughts will influence your actions. Now think about this on a mass scale. This is how social engineering works. And Victor Rydberg and Benjamin Kidd wrote books about it. The evolution of society and modern civilization is caused not by reason or science, but by the force of religious beliefs. So there we go. There we have it. Oh my goodness. Wow, let's take one last glance at Mark the Evangelist. Whoa, we're gonna see, this is why you can be following these trails forever. And his symbol is the winged lion. Right there in black and white. Right there in black and white. Mark the Evangelist. His symbol is the winged lion. There you go. There it is again. And there he is with his fancy books. Gee. Suddenly it all makes sense. Boom!